about to show you the only 9 tools you need to generate leads and book qualified sales meetings for your marketing agency. These tools have contributed to my agency and other agencies we work with, generating, I believe, more than 4,000 leads in the past 2 years while being pretty cost effective. So I'm going to walk you through each and every single tool from finding the right prospect all the way to getting them on a sales call. Let's jump into it. First tool you're going to need is ChatGPT 5 Thinking specifically to do your market research and then figure out what your ideal client persona is, determine what your offer is going to be, what your lead magnet is going to be that you're going to go to market with to generate interest. So you've probably worked with like many types of clients across different industries. You offer multiple services, but if you want to start generating like actual interest in the market, in this very competitive state we're in right now, you actually define what these best clients are that have actively bought from you the most and needed your service, and the ones where you've delivered your strongest results, because social proof is number one. So this is where ChatGPT comes in. You can just feed it all of this information and go back and forth with it to find what the ideal client looks like. For example, if you're an SEO agency or if you're a digital marketing agency, I do Meta ads and YouTube ads. I've worked with SaaS companies. What sector within SaaS plus the exact persona is YouTube ads and Meta most in demand for? B2C is SaaS, prosumer SaaS, like fitness apps, meditation apps. You see what I mean? SMB focused B2B SaaS. So you can kind of define your ideal client persona. Then you can get into like the decision makers. I recommend buying the Plus plan simply because you can just chat as long as you want with no limits, I believe. But now that you've actually identified this ideal client persona, you're going to use it. So you want to go to Apollo. Apollo's database has the largest amount of data and it's pretty high quality. And you're going to want to build your list based on the ideal client persona. So, head of growth or whatever. Then you're going to want to go into industries. So location, United States, and then you're going to want to go into employees, industry and keyword. Obviously, you want to use ChatGPT for this as well. Ask it what industries on Apollo can find the ICP that is created. And now that you actually build your list, you want to select your leads and then you want to export it. You want to use Million Verifier to verify your emails so that you're not reaching out to invalid emails, which would bounce back. Because if they bounce back, a lot of times you're going to be labeled as spam by Google and Microsoft or whatever. And this is just the cheapest and most accurate tool on the market. Everyone kind of uses it. But for mobile numbers, you're going to want to use ClearOutPhone. It basically identifies whether a number is like mobile or a landline. So when we do cold calling, we want to reach decision makers. So we want to call the mobile number directly. If you want to call a landline, you don't really need this, but both tools like Million Verify and ClearOut, they serve the same purpose, which is verifying the contact info to make sure you reach the right person. And next, you're going to want to use Clay. So what you can do with Clay is it's like Google Sheets on steroids. Once you have your list, it's verified, you import it here, and then it has like 100 plus integrations that you can run on all of your leads to find unique info about them instead of just like manually researching each one. So for you guys who are very picky about your leads, you want to reach the most qualified leads ever, you're gonna really need this tool because it's gonna qualify them at scale, but you can also use it for personalization. You can pull info and use that to personalize your outreach emails, your phone calls. If we go here, there's a bunch of integrations you can use. You can find out if they have like a YouTube channel, enrich YouTube channel, find a company YouTube account. You can find out if they're running paid ads. So if you go on ads here, it can fetch their Meta ads, Google ads, LinkedIn ads, see if they are running them, and Google also includes YouTube ads. You can also pull their Google rating. We've used this one multiple times. Find a hotel's pricing. Like you can find a bunch of stuff. You can find their SEMrush, like their traffic. So for you SEO guys, this is going to be a good one for you. Get their top pages, get their competitors in Google ads, like paid search or whatever. You can find out if they have upcoming events. And there's even like an AI integration that's just pretty standard that researches your prospects at scale and then just finds like additional online info about them. So, find out if the company is what's the thing these days? Sustainability or whatever. All this stuff would have taken 10 plus sales reps, like hundreds of hours to research. Clay does it in a few minutes. So it is literally like the top tool in the market right now. If I were you and you didn't know where to start because this tool feels like a playground, I would identify the top buying intent signals using ChatGPT, using that same market research. I would go back and ask ChatGPT, what information is available online that I can pull about these leads that would allow me to further qualify that they're the best fit. And instead of even going on all of these actions, Clay just came up with this new thing, and it basically allows you to like ask it to build stuff instead of you having to pick the integrations. So as you can see here, I want leads who are running ads and have an upcoming event. Cool. And it's just done the columns and added them. You can also segment the lists based on certain criteria. If you want to run very targeted outbound campaigns that speak directly to their situation. So notice you're running Meta ads, notice you're running Google ads, notice you're not posting content on YouTube, all that stuff. But now for the most like important part, you're now have a list that is ready to reach out to. These are the tools that you're going to need to reach out and book sales meetings. By the way, if you want us to set up and run these tools for you just to book your agency more sales calls, you can check the link in the description and book a call with us. But back to the video. Now, depending on your audience and your resources, you're going to decide whether you want to do cold email or cold calling for your outbound campaigns. LinkedIn outreach just hasn't been as effective from what we've seen. Cold email, you want to use SmartLead. So we use this tool across like all our clients' campaigns. It is the most robust on the market. It has all the features you need to set up email inboxes, set up your domains. If we go here, They have all the features you kind of need to run a successful cold email system. And you can also send thousands of emails a day. Obviously, after you get these inboxes domains, you can reply to your leads in a master inbox. You can push them to your CRM. And for most of you, for the pricing, like the $94 a month plan is going to be your best option. It gives you access to all the features and lets you send like very high volume of emails. And for cold calling, this is going to be an interesting one. Not a lot of people talk about it, but Salesfinity is great. It is your go-to tool. Like, it allows you to dial up to 5 prospects at a time with automated power dialing, and it also helps you get like strong connection rates because it has AI that's able to detect some voicemails and then skips the leads that have voicemails so that your reps can only speak to prospects who pick up for the most part and can book meetings. Plus, it includes a bunch of training material for your reps. So best times to call, where you're going to get the most pickups. You can also watch your call recordings, and you can help your cold call team improve their skills basically with an SDR profile, benchmarking. And this tool starts at around $200 a month, cheaper than other tools. It also has a really good UI. It's pretty modern and the features are very advanced. So definitely recommend Salesfinity. Now that you actually have a qualified prospect list, you have a system to reach out to them. We're getting close. You need to write your outreach message, whether that's like a cold calling script or a cold email. And so the absolute best tool to use is Claude. Claude writes in a more human, natural way than ChatGPT. So you can basically take all the research you've done with ChatGPT, put it into Claude, draft your cold email, draft your cold call script, and generate actual interest. Now, the final tool that I recommend using is Close CRM to track your leads after you generate them, after you send those outreach messages, and then just move them closer through your deal stages and pipeline and then convert them into closed deals. So in terms of pricing, it really depends on how simple you want to go. If you want like the power dialer feature and you want some automated workflows, it's going to have to be the $109 per seat per month. You can also go for this one if you don't want any advanced workflows. So now you have like literally no excuses. Go get these tools right now and start generating leads and closing deals for your agency. If you want us to set up and run these tools for you to grow your agency even further, you can book a call using the link below. Or if not, you can also check out the full guide I made to help you properly set up cold email, specifically using some of these tools as well. So the link for that is also in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you later. Peace.